Okay, guys, Troy Casey, certified health nut here in his own little sauna sanctuary. And just wanted to give you guys an update. I'm doing approximately an hour. I've done it, I think I've had this thing for a week. I'm doing it maybe 4 or 5 times a week. Yesterday I did like 15 minutes, but mainly I'll sit in here and I'll do some work. It's got this nice little case that's cooler where I can keep the phone in there so I can do a little bit of work or brush up on some podcasts, etc. And so getting a huge sweat. My skin is looking amazing. Inflammation going out of my face. And as you guys know, I'm weaning myself off caffeine, THC, and tobacco as well. And so the tobacco is going a little bit slower. A lot of intensity in my life, so I've been using tobacco. It's my ally for a long time. And, I just have to watch its use. It's yin and yang. Very powerful for grounding and clearing fuckery and fakery, cutting the shit, both the tobacco snuff as well as smoking the organic tobacco. And so just weaning myself off of that. I've been off caffeine, I think 6 weeks now, and marijuana for maybe another 3. And so it's going good, giving guys a big shout out there for anybody breaking off addiction. 2019, I got off porn, caffeine, tobacco, and marijuana as well. And, I slipped back on and vacillated between the two. I've been off caffeine many times. 2-3 years at a time since the children came. And I have natural techniques to do it. Not only my cleanse, but the coffee bean trick. And, if you guys want more information on how to break addictions, holler at me. And so we're managing our addictions to the degree we're managing our stress. I realized that I was having a lot of stress in my relationship. And I looked at a lot of my caffeine usage in the past and tobacco as well. And usually when I have more stress is when I start adopting those, utilizing those substances. And I realized in 2008, I was sober for many years, and I was drinking San Pedro with a shaman down there. And I realized in my psychedelic journey, I had about 4 cups that night, that all substance serves purpose. It's not necessarily good or bad. I always like to give the example, a 40 ounce and a cigarette butt to the homeless guy in the alley is nutrition. So, and I know that because I had an alcoholic phase in my life, and you'll get the shakes if you don't have your fix. And so I'm utilizing the sauna as a tool to detoxify my body. And of course, I specialize in detox and internal purification. So my detoxification pathways, they're razor sharp. I work with Dr. Christopher Ging. He works with the Incurables. He came over. He's going to be teaching a workshop here for me in Sedona next April 24th. And so I worked with him, and he does this very powerful acupuncture, and he was poking me in the cranial nerve and the optic nerve and really lit it up. And he found an infection right here in my face, and he said that might be the nicotine buildup. And sure enough, I got a sty in my eye. It was like a giant pimple, and it came out of my face for like a week and a half. And then I went back and saw him, and he was needling me. And right in the eye where the sty was coming up, the infection was coming to a head, and it was so painful. And I trusted him. It's really good work. But it just reminded me that God was like, all right, cut your fucking smoking out, dude. And and I knew this, I went down through the lockdown, and I was hanging out at my house, and my friend who delivers marijuana in Los Angeles, he was doing the cleanse, and I put him on the cleanse, and then he started talking to me, and he says, yeah, I'm really busy, I'm driving it around. And so he ended up giving me some weed, and then I got on it, and I was just like, all right, I'm sitting around the house and going to the park doing qigong anyways. Let me just ride the dragon, see what happens, and enjoy my life in a different way. And being very conscious and clear, because I don't like being dopey in business. And what I was able to do was accept myself regardless of who I am and what I'm doing. And so I was able to ride that wave and be able to handle business meetings and make videos, stoned and stuff. But it ended up getting out of control, and I'm a certified health nut. I know how to reel that in. I was able to alleviate some stress in my life and really focus on what I desired most, and which is, I do my best work clean and sober. I don't know if I can actually say that, because when I work in altered states, I can also do very powerful work. But I am extremely dangerous when I am clean and sober. My mind is very clear, and my tongue is very sharp, and that is one of the things that I'm working on. But when my mind is clear, I can speak very clearly, and I know exactly what I want, and I become very strong. So I got to watch that aggressive side. But I think I just did some really healing around myself and my aggressive side. And so giving you guys an update. I know many of you guys write me and struggle with addiction. Just face yourself in the mirror. If you don't like what you're doing, make a new choice. And get into a sauna. It detoxifies you very fast. So in a short amount of time, all the inflammation's gone out of my face. My skin just feels amazing, and it looks amazing. And, I look healthy in general no matter what, but I know when I start fine tuning, my eyes get brighter, my skin gets brighter. People comment on that. And so I've had the sauna sanctuary for a week. It's something I prayed for. I thought I was going to get a bigger one. This just worked out perfect. I didn't have to do a 220 conversion. Just plugged right into my room. And I am using it, guys. I am using it every day. I'm getting great results. I posted some videos up on my YouTube channel. You can watch those. My friend David that installed them, he's extremely knowledgeable. Healovations.com. You can ask him any questions. I think they might do financing. I'm not sure. And they have multiple different units. You can talk to him about that. I know that the gyms have been closed, so I used to do a lot of sauna in the gym, and it is a godsend to have this thing. I know Paul Chek likes his tobacco as well, and I know he got a stain on his nose. This is back in 2012 or so, 2013, 2012. And he vaporizes it in a volcano vaporizer. He takes the essence of the plant, and the other 90% of the carcinogens are taken off of that. And he does enjoy his tobacco. He's a tobacco shaman as well. And so he got this stain, and he really thought it was the tobacco coming out of his body. And lo and behold, when Dr. Ging was working, he found that infection and some stagnation, and he boiled it down to the nicotine as well. And so Paul got one of these, and the stain went away. So he really detoxed the body. You assist the body. The liver has over 900 functions. And if you can assist the body there's 5 detoxification pathways. There is perspiration, exfoliation, urination, defecation, and respiration. And so the perspiration, the skin is the largest organ of, the lungs are the largest organ of detoxification. The skin is the largest organ in the body. So if you're cleansing this organ, it's going to be much easier for your liver to detoxify. If your skin's all clogged with all the nanotechnology and all the pollution that are coming out of the planes, etc., I recommend also taking hot Epsom salt baths and use a cup of borax, because that cleans the parasites, the fungus, and the nanotechnology off of the skin. And so, cleanse and detox, guys, that's really where it's at. I choose to be vulnerable and share my own shortcomings or my own life. I don't really feel that my tobacco and marijuana and caffeine usage is necessarily a bad thing if it brings me to the realization of myself at a higher level. And so if you're out there, you're using substances that you know aren't good for you, be present with it. Be conscious. Awareness is the first step. From there, you can build strategies. You're managing your addictions to the degree you're managing your stress. And so everything that's in my book, the 7 Factors of Stress, and all the ways, the 9 Pillars of Health, to give you a foundation to balance yourself out, because we end up self-medicating. And when we self-medicate, those things can be detrimental. You know, alcohol is very detrimental for the liver. And so I'm not saying that a little bit of alcohol is going to harm you, but just being cognizant and aware of your own usage and also your age. Maybe you have done this X, Y, and Z for a certain amount of time. Maybe it's time to let go of that. And so one of the best ways I know to break addictions is to do the ultimate lifestyle transformation. I recommend all my clients do that minimum 2 times a year. It makes it much easier to break sugar addictions, to mineralize the body, because when we have the nutrition in the body and the neurotransmitters and the hormones are working really well, we are less determined to balance it out chemically with substance. And so we can use that.